Hey, what's up? I'm back again. Um, so I personally think that you should be yourself no matter what. For example, say you like somebody and you're worried about how you act. Because if you be yourself, you have consequences of he or she may not feel like, this person was pretty cool, and now they're kind of weird. Uh, if you ever think that about someone you're hanging out with, that's kind of it happens, of course, but it's not gonna go away. But the person isn't gonna change. Um, how to best to describe this is that I have a friend, a new friend. Um, we met randomly at Nordstrom's. Funny story, actually. I won't go into it in this one, the next one probably. Um, anyways, so it was she has a mohawk. Just throwing it out there, and I have yet to see a girl with a mohawk, and I was like, wow, she's cool looking, and she had a camera and she had a vest. And guys, and see a girl with a vest, like boobies. But I wasn't I was first like, ooh, boobs. Then I'm like, she has a mohawk, and I'm like, awesome. And she has a camera, which is even more awesome. If you can have style and take pictures and look good in pictures you take of yourself, you're awesome. And anyways, back to my subject. So she's weird. I'm weird. It's weird in the video. You go back and forth, and it's not the right way. Anyways, um, so when you get everyone judges a book by its cover. Like I didn't for once, and I'm happy I didn't. Um, Being yourself is important. When you meet someone new, and then you find out, wow, we live really, really, really close, and when you have when you have when you think you have lots of friends, and then you have someone give you advice, and you take that advice, and then you have realize, you know what, they're not my friends, and then so and you realize, you know what, they're right, we're not friends, and so without being yourself, like you kind of hurt yourself in a way, and that's never good because without being yourself, like people will like you for your different side of you. For example, whenever I meet somebody, I'm when I for example, I went to Bumper Shoot this year, and I was in line to get an autograph by Saul. Uh, for those of you who don't know who that is, he's a rapper in Seattle. I went to high school with him and ran track with him. Anyways, I was in line, and there's kids behind me, and I did this on purpose because they are really, really young, and I'm like, who cares? And so I acted cocky and kind of I don't know, I'm bigger than you and I'm cooler than you. Nah, nah, nah. But I didn't mean it, and it was priceless because one of the girls who was a friend of the girls, whatever, came over and she wore a Roosevelt cheer squad shirt, and in my head I laughed because I was mascot and I was in cheer squad, but I was in cheer squad. I was mascot. Everyone needs to realize the mascot's not part of the fucking cheer squad. Okay, the mascot is totally separate. I found this out later, which I'm kind of pissed about. Anyways, back on topic of being yourself. Uh, I was I didn't care about him, and I ran to Saul "What's up, dude? How's it going?" He's and he was tired, exhausted from the show, of course. I'm not saying accusations of anything that happened at that show, but there's people smoking pot around me, and it was hey, psst, you should bend down more. And when you don't go to ever do if you ever never been to a concert and you're like, what do I do? For me, example, um, girl in front of me, and I'm like, so I guess grinding is appropriate. And so like I danced whatever, and the girl kept coming more and more towards my genitalia, and I'm like, okay. And so I didn't see her face. I just saw her booty in the back, and the girl to her left. That's the left. Wait, yeah, left. She was like, like she was pretty hot, and I'm like, why can't you just switch places? Like, but I was like, I'm not gonna say, hey, can you move over so I can just grind on you instead of her, because that's just rude. So, like, that would be a douchebag thing to say, personally. Anyways, go on to being yourself. Like, as I was leaving with my friend with the mohawk, I ran into a girl I have never met in person ever. We're just like Facebook people, like it's sad how like we had diverted ourselves to knowing people from Facebook, like, oh hey, you're pretty cute, ad or poke, whatever you call it. But like it's funny because I saw her, I'm like, oh my god, how are you? And she's like, oh my god, and like she's really, 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 really skinny. Like I was like, I don't want to break you. And then like we texted for a little bit, like, oh blah blah blah, and like this is a true story. And if she sees this video, she might be like, ew. I wore the same jersey 3 days in a row and didn't shower. I mean, didn't wash it, but I took showers every day. So, and I said, like, you smell good. And I laughed because like I put deodorant on, and shin cologne. That shirt, like, this one smells funny, but it's clean. Anyway, so like being yourself, like there's different keys. Like I come off as like kind of pushy, and like I no, honestly, I do come off pushy and needy and lonely and so forth. But like when you sort through all that like depressing and lame crap, like you find out me. I'm a great person. I'm nice, kind, sweet, caring, lovable, and fun to hang out with. Uh, that was a good quote of my rock star friend in California. She said I make her feel normal, and I took that as a compliment because like I like making people happy, and it's nice to, but like there comes to a point where like you should just shut up and listen. But my aspect of all that is that why shut up and listen when you can talk back? Like our parents told us, don't talk back. That's rude. As you get older, if you don't say something, you're gonna regret it. Like there's like no doubt about it. Like that's why I've done everything, and I've lost some friends who say you're a creep, you're weird, because I said what I said. And does that make me a bad person? Maybe. But do I care? Like this much? It's not even anything if you look at it. It's like it's nothing. Like, would you rather have like when someone says, "Oh," and even say like, something's creepy, yet you do it, and it's fun to do it. Honestly, I don't care about not being myself, because like that's when you meet people like myself and people that are weird and different and their own way. But it's it's really hard, like, to understand the fact that there are people out there that are like maybe like you, but it's important to be yourself, and without being yourself, you're really hurting yourself though. Like it happens. I itch a lot in my videos, and I have taken showers, people. It's just that I'm itchy. It's just I'm itchy. Um, I don't have chicken pox. No. Chicken pox are not pots. That's funny. Um, For those of you who live in Seattle, Washington, in Ballard, there is a weed store next to Crown Hill Hardware and across the street from Love Zone. I walked by, I'm like, that's a weed store. And I'm like, there's a weed store in Ballard. And I don't smoke weed. And it's come up when I've hung out with friends, and I'm like, no, thank you. I'm good. Uh, I'm just different that way. And everyone's like, you've never smoked? Oh my God. But like, there was a fact, like in high school, for example, that's going way back. That's a year ago. A year ago, 4 years. God, that was hell. High school sucks, by the way. Just saying it there. Otherwise, that like being yourself is important, and you'll find people and meet people like through whatever you do, and one thing you should do, like my opinion, is like I kind of hold back on my weirdness, like a little bit, not a lot, but like I hold back enough to the person that says, oh hey, he's pretty cool, or she's pretty cool, using both same sex, so I'm not being called a sexist here. But anyways, yeah, I do admit, like, I do kind of go overboard sometimes of being like really weird. Um, there are things that I do like I do care about. Like, if someone says, excuse me, if someone says they're gonna do something and they bail on you the last second, that's kind of bullshit. Um, if someone says earlier, hey, I can't make it, that's a reasonable thing. Like an hour or like a couple hours before, not like the time you're supposed to come or like hang out or whatever. They say, oh, I can't come, and you're pissed. Like, if you're not pissed, you're crazy. Like, you have to be pissed. Like, if you're like, no, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. That's me. See, at first I'm like, it's okay, it's fine, whatever. But if it's a reoccurrence, or like I'm having a bad day, or I'm not feeling to be chipper, I will say, I'm pissed. This is bullshit. F you. Now, I may not call the person out. I may hold it in. Like, if you hold in anger and sadness and misery, you're gonna mess up your like body itself, I think. Um, that's why I think it's good. Either like if whatever you do, like I go for runs whenever I get to clear my head, and I haven't got to run in a while, even though I still weigh 164 pounds. I know I'm really freaking skinny. I know girls like, I'm jealous, but I'm trying to lose weight again. I read an article in Yahoo saying like guys don't use the word diet, and I'm like, guess I'm not a guy because I use the term diet. Um, I want to say one thing. On Facebook, if you like dicks on Facebook, you're gonna get endless updates saying that the time it takes to eat a burger, time it takes to wait in line at Edmonds, dicks. We get it. There's a new freaking dicks. We love dicks, but to a point, it's like, okay, shut the hell up. There's Crown Hill, Lake City, Broadway, Wallingford, I forget, Queen Anne, and then there's Edmonds. See, Edmonds is 6 because it's not a part of anything at all. Okay, here's the awesome 5 over here. Edmonds is way the hell over there. No one cares. Okay, maybe if like someone's coming from back from a long trip. For example, I was at Dick's with my old friend of mine, and we were there, and these people came out from Whistler, and this lady needed to pee. And what is the code of conduct at Crown Hill Bix? Anyone know? Anyone? You can't use the restroom unless you know someone who works there. And so she literally had to just go like this, out her car door, not knowing if someone would come around the corner, and pee in a cup. Now, I'm eating a burger, like, and I'm looking over, I'm like,